So, you have science and you have spirituality. You have religion and you have logical explanations to explain things. But what if I told you that spirituality and science are one of the same thing? Hence, two sides of one coin. And you might be thinking, how is that possible? Doesn't make any sense. Well, since we don't allow ourselves to think for ourselves, in today's video, I want you to think for yourself. Use your willpower to really question how these two things that separate each other are actually existing at the same time. And what are some correlations and common denominators that have them existing at the same time? And when you watch this video to the very end, I guarantee you'll be able to create your own belief system and realizing you can still believe in what the world is trying to teach you in logical explanations, but you can also create a belief system that helps your spirit never get dismantled by physical circumstances. Gooch, beautiful beings. Welcome back, AwakenOnes, on another episode on Embracing Ascension Series with your homegirl, Brittany Fontanez. If you're new to this channel, so glad to have you here. If you've been on this journey with me so far, gang, only love. You know who you is. On this channel, I am an energetic activator here to assist you to awaken things you have yet to see with your emotional awareness to go upon your spiritual evolution. Now, if you don't want to know any more about me, you could go in the description box below, hit my link tree. There you'll be redirected to my Etsy shop, be redirected to my healing course, Awaken Prophecy, which teaches you all the understanding on the spiritual essence and the scientific understanding of how to heal yourself, to understand your purpose upon this planet. And lastly, you could go upon my website where I sell much more merch, such as sweatpants, sweaters, t-shirts, tapestries, all that good. And there you'll be redirected to my website with all my services that I render. Now, beautiful beings, before we get into this, please hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to hit that notification button so you won't miss out on any videos every time I post them. It does help the algorithm on YouTube get this video out to other people who you feel may need it, if you feel it is good and informative for you. So I really appreciate your support and being a part of this tribe. Now, let's get into how science and spirituality coexist at the same time, and how they are both equivalent to really understanding spirituality on an immense deeper level. Now, when I said at the beginning, a lot of us don't use our willpower to think for ourselves. That's the one gift our Creator has given to us. But we lack using it with intention because we use it just for us to manipulate things to get our way. And that is the most impurest way to use your willpower and to bite the hand that feeds you. Now, if you don't know what master you're feeding, I highly suggest watching this video I previously made about what do you believe in and what master you're feeding, so you can understand the equivalence of maybe you are an atheist, maybe you do believe in religion. No disregarding that, no judgment on that, but just for you to open up your mind and understand the difference between how darkness resonates and how light resonates, so you can understand where your belief systems are and how to think for yourself. Now, a lot of us all have our own beliefs, and we have every right to that. For me, it's hard for me to dislike or hate anyone, because the more I raise my consciousness, the more my mind opens up to understand that I can really see multiple people's different perspectives in a way where I can understand why they react the way that they do, from their insecurities, from their trauma, and why they are the way that they are. Hence how I can't really hate anyone because I really understand them on a subconscious and energetic level, and even psychological and physical level as well, meaning I understand how facial structures work, I understand how body language works, I understand how emotions work. I really understand these things because I chose to think for myself. But the one thing I feel a lot of us lack doing is questioning what we are taught and what we are fed. And again, there's just no judgment to anyone's beliefs. If you feel triggered by what I say, that has nothing to do with me. That has everything to do with why you feel triggered, and maybe there's something you need to learn and outgrow. But again, no judgment. If you are fixed in your ways, then nothing but love and nothing but blessings and happiness to you, my friend. But I'm only sharing this and bringing this to the forefront because we don't question all the information we're fed through all these psychiatrists, from all these doctors, from all these different formalities of science research. And we don't question some churches, some people who are speaking the word of God. We don't question these things. But here's the crazy thing. The more I start to question the things that we are fed in today's world, the more it makes me realize that everything is coexisting at the same time. So there's really no division. We're just creating division through judgment from the lack of understanding. And like they say, is that you judge what you do not understand. So again, the reason why I want to talk about science and spirituality and how they're the same thing, so we can develop our own belief system and really find our own connection with our creator. If you believe in God, or if you believe in higher power, or if you believe in there's an essence of love and light, then I want to find a way to help you create a connection in your own individual way to our creator by thinking for yourself from the things that we are fed and given. So look at it this way. Science is a way, an explanation for everything. Spirituality, there's not really an explanation for it, but it's out of the senses. It doesn't even use the senses. If anything, it's by pure intuition. Science teaches us that intuition is wrong and illogical, whereas spirituality is feelings, emotions, and frequencies are still a teachable thing. Hence, they are teachers teaching us something at the same time as these logical explanations. So science is of the logic. Spirituality is of the subconscious. So if you look at science, for example, is like a little boy, very curious on why a butterfly is created the way it is. So the little boy will try to catch the butterfly and dissect it and tear the instruments of the butterfly apart. How does the wing fly? Why are there veins? Why does the body look like this? Why are their eyeballs shaped this way? They would dissect it, and you may be thinking, well, it pretty much practically killed the butterfly. But the little boy is so curious on how it works. How is it operating? How is it making the movements that it makes? That's how the logical mind works, and that's how science works. It dissects things to understand its programming. Now, in spirituality, you could look at it as science, the logic, the left brain, which is the masculine side. Now you could look at spirituality as the little girl who sees a butterfly and she's very intrigued by it and she loves it. She thinks it's beautiful. She thinks it's magical, and she runs around with it. She plays with it. She embraces its existence and not caring on how it operates, just the fact that it is, and enjoying the moment of its existence. And spirituality will be the right side of the brain, the creative side, the feminine side. It's all about, if you want to look at it from a broader perspective, the logical mind is the masculine energy, the sun, the structure. It is the frame that holds the picture, so the structure. And the feminine, the spiritual side, is the picture in the frame that's giving it more purpose to exist. Now, if you realize how they both exist at the same time is because we all have masculine and feminine energy. And we're not looking at it from a gender perspective or an energetic perspective. The masculine is it's a building, it's a creating. Whereas the feminine is all about birthing, giving life, giving beauty to it, and mothering the creation of it by embracing it. Now, same thing in Egyptian times. The ankh that I'm currently wearing, the bottom side, they always say in the Bible, Alpha Omega is masculine energy. I don't agree with that. Whereas it tries to explain that paranormal doesn't exist, afterlife doesn't exist, heaven doesn't exist, spirituality is bogus. But the ankh in Egyptian times, the bottom half is the alpha, the wand or the penis in a physical essence, which the wand creates. Whereas the upper part of the ankh represents the womb, the omega, the feminine, which births life. So science tries to explain itself in a sense of trying to make sense to the brain. In the mind is represented in fear, represented in control. And we, in a sense, want to control everything by all the information we absorb. Whereas the feminine, the spiritual side, wants to just embrace why we coexist, why we exist, why we have these emotions. It's the curiosity that brings out the spiritual essence of who we are, our individualism, our personality, where our logical side tries to structure our way on how to fit into the world and into life. So I'm explaining all this to you guys so you can understand that no matter what beliefs you have, they coexist with all other beliefs. They coexist with absolutely everything. Sometimes we can't make sense of why our created everything. And sometimes we're not meant to make sense of why everything is created the way that it is and why things go down the way that they do. But the fact that we have to understand that we can have our scientific perspective and our information, our logic, but at the same time, it's okay to not have all the answers. So it's beautiful. Like for me, I love science. I love it. But at the end of the day, our logic will never bring us a sense of comfort, because sometimes when we want to control everything and have a logical sense how to make things happen or why things are going the way that it is, we're stressing ourselves out and we're not giving the potentiality to give all our stresses and all of what's out of our control to our creator, to a spiritual realm, to an unseen force that is really here for our existence. The more we bypass understanding that we are spirit first and we're going to leave as a spirit last, and we only go based off of our physicality, we don't allow ourselves to truly embrace and embark and become open-minded on things that we do not know and things that we refuse to understand. The more you try to understand, the more you give life to life itself, to feel that there's a reason for everyone's existence and everything's existence, to the point that we can either shift it and help it and support it for a massive shift in the collective, or we can bombard ourselves and compartmentalize our potential by hiding ourselves in the essence of fear and darkness. So I only share all this with you guys because I want you to question that it's great that you have these certain logical explanations, but it's dismantling your spirit. It's not allowing you to understand. You don't need to have an explanation. You don't always need to be in control. Sometimes not being in control is a great way to find relief, and it allows you to embrace life and embrace your existence without needing to become someone or to become anything or to want anything, but to realize what is the bigger picture of all of this. How can I compartmentalize my logic with my spiritual essence and let it coexist to the point that I can use these to create more balance or to create more in my life, or to create a higher sense of understanding that I have yet to understand. So I just wanted to bring this to the forefront because it was just really bugging my curiosity. It's like, science and spirituality exist at the same time. So there's a reason for it, but also it's like we all have it. The logical, the creative mind, the masculine, the feminine, the way the body works, and the way the spirit body helps the physical body exist. It's all existing at the same time. So in some sense, I kind of wanted to say all this to you guys for you to try to start being more curious about your life, start to be more curious about all the information that you're absorbing, and start to take all the things that you know and question them and see if you could broaden your understanding rather than judging things you do not understand. Because we need more love, and love takes curiosity. It's like when you go on a date and someone's really asking you really deep questions about yourself, you feel like they're interested in you. It's kind of like that. Do that for yourself. Get more interested in what you do not understand about yourself and this world, so you can start contributing to it, and not just in money wise, but emotional wise, and a smile and support and emotional support and intelligence. But other than that, you guys, that's all I wanted to share with you today. If you found this video kind of informative or very inspiring, then please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification button. And don't forget, if you want to book a personal session with me, you could go to my website and see all the services I render and all the merch that I have, and also see my healing course. Until then, you guys, I'll see you on the next one. Send you nothing but love and nothing but blessings, and I hope you see that for yourself. Until then, I'll see you on the next one. Only love.